We have an industry presentation from Mr. Jaspreet Singh. He's the head of marketing and public relations with Financepeer. And he will be talking about the innovative solutions and offerings from Financepeer and how more and more that synergy between EdTech and FinTech is happening. A round of applause for Jaspreet Singh.
Thank you. Wishing every one of you a very warm good morning. I hope the day is fruitful for you all. Let me pique your interest to start with. A lot of people from the industry who stand here would come and tell you to give you solutions in return of money from you. We, on the other hand, give you money. I'll stop it at that, and then I'll introduce myself. I am Jaspreet. I head the marketing and PR at an organization called Financepeer. For those who don't know what Financepeer is, we are India's first and largest fee payment solution provider. Now, what does that mean? Now, fee payment is, I think I should not, let me introduce you to someone whom you recognize very dearly so, who's also the brand ambassador of our organization, Mr. Rohit Sharma, talking about our organization.
While I was growing up, any form of education or learning, one had to think about the fees. But today, thanks to Financepeer, you can pay your college, school, education fees in easy monthly installment and get rewarded too. तो सोच क्या रहे हो? फी भरनी है तो Financepeer ही करो. Join Financepeer now.
Great. So, well, you know what we do, right? So I will not bore you into the specifics of what we're doing. We have a stall outside. The team is here. Please go. I would request you to please go ahead and kind of have a conversation with the team. They will tell you what we're exactly doing. But why do you want to go outside and talk to us is what I'm going to talk about right now. I'll take 3 minutes about it, and I'll take you through the journey that we have started. Back in 2017, when our CEO, Mr. Rohit Gajbye, saw his friend's driver's son not being able to go into his school, he thought there's something wrong, because school, you hear stories about people not getting into colleges, right? But not being able to going into a school with so many facilities available. Of course, they're government schools, but he wanted to go into private one. He said something is wrong. I want to do something about it. He started his research, and he came up with this concept of Financepeer. He entered into Financepeer, and then when he entered and started talking to organizations, that's when he realized it's not just the parents who's facing the problem. The problem is also with the institutes. The processes can be optimized. There is a lot of things that can be helped. And therefore, our essence, our mission since 2017 has been to help students get access to education and to provide solutions that can foster growth in institutions across the world, not just the country. This country is the first of the many countries that we're going to go in. Right? With this mission, in the last 5 years, we have gone from 0 cities to 100 cities, 0 institutes to 13,000 plus institutes, and 0 students to 3 million students, all in a span of 5 years. There must be something right that we must be doing, because so many people, they decided to associate with us. And if I talk about the clientele, these are some of the bigger clients that we have. I told you 13,000 plus institutes. Who's who of the northern India and the southern India is associated with us. To name a few, Amity, GD Goenka, lovely professional, Topper. There are a lot of Akash is one of our customers. So you'll see a lot of institutes associated with us. And as I said, we were the first one, right? So we were creating an industry. We were creating a new market for us. And while we were doing it, we were reaching out to educational esteemed institutions like yourself and children and parents. The media got to know about this, and they started publishing about us. Times of India published our story on the physical newspaper. This is Rohit Gajbye, our CEO. ET now had a show about us. This is Chief Business Officer of our organization, Mr. Sunit Gajbye. Economic Times publisher. Your Story published us. India Today, Outlook Money, ET Brand Equity, Hindu, Zee Business, Navbharat Times, Hindustan Times, and these are then Dainik Jagran, Odisha Post, and these are some mainstream media. I am not even talking about the regional mainstream media that has published us. So the media has been associated with us. They're talking about us. There must be something that we must be doing right? And because of this growth in the past 5 years, we were able to get a Series B funding of $31 million. Now, as we like to celebrate. We decided to, call on all our stakeholders in a big, fancy event, and of course, Mr. Rohit Sharma was also there. So when we was on stage with the chief CEO, that this is what he had to say about us.
This is the CEO. With such a superb initiative of helping students to achieve their dream, there was no way I was not going to be part of it. So it was indeed a great moment for me as well, not just y'all, for me as well to join hands with you guys and take Financepeer to the next level.
So, first things first, it's not easy to get access to Mr. Sharma himself. Even if you offer him a lot of money, he might just say no, because he's at a stature in life where he associates himself only with the organizations who are actually making an impact. And therefore he associated with us. Now, I think I'll quickly wrap up what we offer, because there is a sales team outside who can help you out with it. But what do we do? Primarily, we help you with your cash flow. For any student who decides to pay their fees through us, we give you their entire year's fees upfront to you. Simple as that, nothing else. And we cover all aspects of fees. You will not hear us saying that, this fees is not covered or that portion is not covered. If it is fees, it is covered. Simple as that. And when you get associated with us, we also provide you with a 24/7 cross customer support also. So in case you're facing any challenges, we are there for you. If you get associated with us, we have an academic management system, which is worth 12 lakh rupees. So anybody who gets associated with us, this academic management system, which is the backbone of your organization, is free of cost for any one of you. It works on your enquiries, enrollments, anything that you can think of in physical operation, we can replicate in digital operations. Simple as that. Post that, once the student is onboarded, there is a lot of opportunities of student utilizing their expenses within the campus, within the institute. Now that mostly goes unserved, that mostly goes without tracking. Our in-premise expenditure management solution helps you track those things, because we provide you with a card called UA card, which is an all-in-one debit plus credit card. It will allow, and it also acts as an ID card. So you can give it to your student as an ID card. You can track attendance. You can track what he has spent money on, and you can cross-sell and upsell. You have the information, you can do wonders with it. Once you have that, we also have a proposition of digital courses, hundreds of online digital courses that is available for your students. And if you are an online learning platform, we can also help you cross-sell your solutions on our platform. Any person, and as you said, Mr. Sharma talked about rewards. So any student, any parent who pays their fees through us, up to 10% of that fees, we give them back as FP coins, which they can utilize to buy more rewards in terms of these courses. So this is, some of the courses are free for our students. Now, the gentleman before me talked about hybrid, teaching. We also provide Apple devices and for blended learning, at prices which are cheaper than what is available on Amazon. So we have that also. And for any student who pays fees through us, we give education insurance free. What does this mean? This means, if God forbid something bad happens to the primary earning member of that child, we take care of the entire fees of that student. So for you, even if, let's say, something happens, your fees is secured, and for the child, the education is secured. I would like to repeat, we are present there as Financepeer in the last stall. Thank you for having me, and I hope that you have a great time ahead. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jaspreet, for talking about some of the offerings that Financepeer offers for students.